Hello, everyone. We are here to cast some spells and talk about some cool witches and stuff. And other things, too. I'm very good at this. I'm Morg. My pronouns are they, he.
I'm Emery. My pronouns are they, she, he. Folks, I'm all stocked up on Eye of Newt. I'm ready to go, baby. This is Check Out This Guy, by the way, the podcast where we're doing all those things Mark said, and we have a guest today.
Hi, I'm Summer. I use they, them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have some guys to talk to us about something?
No, I just wanted to come hang out.
No. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I was about to say, I have not seen the topic for this episode yet, so,
cool.
just hanging out. Hell yeah.
Honestly, we tried that.
We tried to do that once, but then we ended up picking a topic and sticking to it for the whole hour, which is kind of fucked. Kind of works the opposite of how you usually want it to.
We're very normal.
Oh yeah, I got guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Do I just go ahead and just get fucking straight into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Cool. Yeah, so I'm bringing two guys to the table today, if that's chill.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They are not related literally, but they are thematically and like plot wise they are related. So I felt like I needed to put them in a room together. My first character, since you mentioned witches, her name is Hexy, but that's like derived from her username, because in this universe that I have, everybody's it's sort of homestucky where everyone is like chatting online all the time, just because you don't get that a lot in media and it's so realistic. So where is the like representation for online friends is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like the vast majority of my social interactions are online. So yes, please more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally realized that yesterday when I went out for like the first time in like a month. I was like, oh, all my interactions are like this, or like my tabletop games or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, going out into the real world, it's too personal. Like, I don't want people perceiving me. I don't want people like talking right to me and looking me in the eye. That's terrifying.
It's so scary.
Yeah. So her username is HexHack69. And
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So everyone just calls her Hexy.
Yeah.
She's adopted the name Hexy. Hexydecima is her last name. Because I've kind of designed these characters to be related to specific colors. And
okay.
I thought it was fun to have a character whose name was basically hexadecimal for like all the colors that I use. And like her color is like the perfect red color, like RGB, like 100% red, nothing else. And that's like the text color.
Yeah, FF0000. That one?
Yeah. Yes, in fact, yeah. So that's like the color that shows up on her like text in whatever she's doing, like her little name. Like if it was Discord, it would be like the name that she has in the Discord is bright red or whatevs. She's a cyber witch, so she does all her magic with her phone and on the computer. And she's found all these different magical ways of hacking and like using her hacking to like affect the real world. And I'm right now I'm like actually designing a video game based around her. So there's like a lot of fun applications for that. Like she has like a little phone that she can use to like well, she'll like download apps from like these missing textures in the wall that are just like these like black and bright pink, like magenta QR codes, but they look, since it's pixel art, they just look like little missing texture blocks.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so she like pulls these like magic apps out of the extranet from the missing textures, and she like she'll use them to affect different things in her environment. So she can use there's gosh, I feel like it's necessary to kind of like, is it typical for your guests to kind of world build a little bit to explain their characters?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. No, listen.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't want to like. Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to if you're like bringing in like whole new guys.
Exactly. So I didn't want to like. It's hard to contextualize some of the things she does if I don't tell you exactly where she is. This is this universe that I have created. I've actually been building it for like over 10 years now, that I've been like piecing it together little tiny bits at a time.
So this is long term.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm very invested in this.
I've seen like art kind of from this, but I didn't realize it was a 10 years long.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Like most of the characters and like environments and a lot of the just kind of random art that I draw is like all based in this same universe. And it's like in a kind of a not so distant future alternate reality where the big billionaire of the times has decided to take all of the rich people off the planet and move them onto the moon, and then leaves the Earth behind to decay. But little to his knowledge, back on Earth, everything starts to like flourish again because the rich people are gone. Magic returns to the forests, and there's like wizards and witches running amok now down there, and it's a good happy time. And then up on the moon, we have like technologies that no one's ever seen before. So they have this this company called Afterspace that this billionaire has started. And it's designed to to transport people's souls or like their consciousnesses after they die into these like what they call angels, but they're like basically just like little ghosts that are like all like light emitting nanobots that are like all floating around and making these spectral images of the people that used to like, you know, they're ghosts.
Yeah.
So
robot ghosts, even.
Yeah, they're like little robot ghosts.
That's fun.
So at some point they like start bugging out, and you eventually find out that they're like they're because they're connected to the internet, so they have like all of the abilities to like access information. So they're also like, you know, like a Siri. Like,
are they connected to the Earth internet? The Earth internet?
They have their own moon internet now. It's the rich people internet. It's so fucking fast. They have everything they could ever want.
Yeah, of course. You got, yeah.
So they start like glitching out because the human mind was not meant to exist on the internet, as we all know. When you become extremely
Oh yeah, that fucks you up for real.
It really fucks you up. So there's like a bunch of people who are trying to like free these souls to like release them into their into the atmosphere, wherever the fuck your soul goes when you die. And there are like these vigilante groups that are like trying to take care of this. But Hexie is this exception where she's trying to blend in with those kinds of groups, but she's actually downloading the soul from the ghost to extend her own life. So she's like very, very old. Nobody knows this, but she's like, she's stealing life force to keep herself alive. And she does a lot of other shady shit for her own gain. And she comes off as like like, especially in the game that I'm making, you wouldn't know that she was evil. A lot of the ways that the things she's doing are the way that they're contextualized. It makes it seem like she's trying to help. And then at the end, it's revealed that she's very selfish. Yeah, spoilers, I guess, for people playing the game.
Yeah, people get a sneak peek, I guess.
Yeah, totally. So she lives in a satellite that's orbiting the moon. And there's like 3 or 4 satellites that are orbiting the moon, and they look like little planets. So it looks like she's living in like a tiny little Saturn, basically. And she flies around on a broom because she's from Earth. She's not rich. She's just feeding off of the rich. And so she flies around on a little broom because she's got that good Earth magic too. And she's got bright pink hair, and she wears it in pigtails all the time. And her skin is a little bit green because she's very old and she's turning into a weird creature. Also, like, some of the tech stuff that I've designed for the universe, I have it as like anything that's life related and computer related is 00FF00, which is the hex code for bright green. So like the life that she's taking from these computer beings is like turning her a little bit green. And then her hair is FF00FF, which is just the technology color. So that's
hell yeah.
Man, I've been talking for so long.
No, this is great. This has been, I love this. I love hearing about, because, I know bits and pieces, but like hearing it all together is like really cool. And because you said Hexy was like associated with red, and I was like, I always associate her with pink, but it's because she has the pink hair,
Yeah.
She got the...
Yeah, so there are a couple other characters, and they all have their own colors. Pink, that the FF00FF belongs to one of the other characters I want to talk about that I love very, very much. But I guess the other thing, I wish I would have like written down like plot points or something to have brought with me, because I feel like I'm just popcorning all over the place. But she obviously grew up on Earth in like our time. So she's like basically our age, except she's lived all the way up into the future where all this shit's going on. But she was born to God, one of the gods that was like bringing magic back to the world, like as this was happening. And her mom was the god of death, but hated her job because she didn't like killing anyone. Because that sucks.
Yeah.
So she instead, she was like dating the god of the sea for a very long time. They were longtime lovers. And the god of the sea, her name is Cursula. And
hell yeah, love that.
She's a pirate witch god. And she decided to take over the god of death role from Hexy's mom. So Hexy's mom got to kind of like retire off into this beautiful little valley and raise her witchy little daughter. And Hexy's hair turned pink because she drank one of the potions that her mom was making, and it permanently turned her hair pink, so it grows out of her head that way.
Nice.
Yeah, that's, man, I speed ran that explanation of that character, I feel like.
No, it's good.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's a lot to this world that I'm like, the fact there's gods and stuff, and like Hexy is like the daughter of gods is like, wait, I didn't realize that they had brought the magic in, but like that's cool. And like it makes me go like, were they hiding all this time? Did they come back? Is it like a shadow run
I was imagining
it
kind of as like a reincarnation kind of situation. Ooh. Where the forces were like living like trying to survive in this desolate, like capitalistic world where they just felt like suppressed because everything was getting built on top of them. And then like as soon as they had an opportunity, they came back to life as like these people, basically.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I have like a bunch of other gods that I've built up in, like I had this long running like interactive game fucking what do you call it, like visual novel kind of situation going on my Instagram for a really long time, where I was like following the story of a different character in this universe, and they were like meeting these gods and stuff, and that was a really fun project because I like on Instagram, you know how there's like all these different ways that people can like interact with your stories. They can like vote on things, they can like slide bars, they can like input like music. So I had like this character. The plot was that they accidentally blew up their hit clips collection because the audience overcharged one of their spells because everybody in the audience like slid the bar all the way to the top, and then the hit clips collection was destroyed. And then so I had like in the next panel I had like people suggest music, and I picked all the suggestions and I like used them as like, all right, these are all the songs that are gonna like have to be collected throughout this journey. So they met the god Sage, or Sage is Hexy's mom's name. They met her at one point and she was like directing them to the right place. And yeah, I have so much shit going on, but yeah, that's mostly what Hexy's all about. I love her to death. She's morally gray because she is like taking people's lives, but they're mostly rich. So like, who's really at fault here?
Who could say?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like, damn, you can't really fault her, but also like, you know, it's fun because it makes me like curious about like the vigilante people that she's kind of like trying to blend in with. Like, you know, obviously they don't know like her intentions, but it's kind of like, you know, are they just like regular Earth people that are like, we should help these people, or did they come from space to like the moon also?
Most of them actually work for Afterspace because they they are like some of the workers in the facility or whatever. They're kind of like at the bottom, and they just kind of like, I don't know, you know how like a lot of people our age will end up working for these shitty companies because it's like the only option. Yeah, it's the only job on Indeed that's listed. But they like felt, because they all knew each other that way, and they all felt like they needed to do something because they were seeing what was going on at the company, and they had the capability to do something. A lot of them are coders, so they can figure out how to like, you know, get in there and like sort of disassemble what's going on. And they have, you know, a couple of them have like access to the actual like process of like turning people into these things, which leads perfectly into my next character because oh my god,
transition.
Hell yeah.
So she goes by she, they, especially because like I cosplay as them a lot. So I was like, I don't necessarily want people like sheing me all the time because that would suck. So so she's also like a non-binary she, and she is a robot, android with a CRT for a head. So one of the characters that's trying to, like, in this vigilante group is really wanted to make a robot and knew,
as you do,
of course. Yeah, they're like this big nerd, and they like collect lots of like old pieces of like robots and computers and stuff because like there's in this new moon situation, there's robots all over the place. There's like, you know how it goes in the future, there's just gonna be robots everywhere. So they're collecting pieces of these androids and computers, and they realize, because they're not in charge, but they are like one of the people who does the data transfer from when somebody dies to putting that data into one of these after space ghosts. And they were like, maybe I'll just take one of these for my own robot friend. And they hook up this body that they've constructed out of my original concept for this was that they used the body of a sex robot. And I still haven't thought of anything better, so like in my mind that's still what's going on. And then like they've attached like this CRT head, and they've downloaded this soul from somebody that died, and they've transplanted it into this robot that they made, and they come to life. So now they don't have any idea who they are, because the process was unusual and not what it was supposed to be. So
yeah, like it wasn't the nanobot thing.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a botched job. So they've got amnesia about their past and who they actually are. They wake up and they're like, all right, what the fuck is going on, gamers? I'm a robot now. But she's very like her name is Sprite. I don't know if I already mentioned that.
No, you didn't. But yeah. I was like, Sprite. I know Sprite.
Yeah. So yes. So she is very like outgoing and very like sociable. And she likes to drink. Don't ask me how. I don't. I'm guessing
it's like a Bender situation.
That's exactly what I was literally just about to say. It's kind of like a Bender situation.
Do you think she gets powered by alcohol, or is it more just like a treat?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So, and like it's kind of like cartoonish, where it's like you never really see exactly how she's getting that alcohol in there. She's just drinking it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so she rides a motorcycle. She has like the knowledge, the memory of like the muscle memory of knowing how to do that. So she's got a motorcycle. She rides it around in a cool leather outfit, and she's trying to figure out who she is. She for a long time she didn't really give a fuck because she didn't know what exactly happened to bring her to life. So she's just like, I'm here. All right, time to do things. And then over time, she starts to realize that she's like way more human than the other robots on the moon. And everybody like points it out. Everyone's really rude to her at first because they just assume she's like any other robot where she's not sentient or anything. But she's like very sensitive to that. And then so she begins to like question what exactly is going on. Why am I different from everyone else? And why don't I fit in anywhere? And yeah, so she I have so many things that I've like written about her. So she has these nightmares because I sort of wrote her with PTSD because something tragic happened to her. And she's riddled with nightmares. So one of the things she does is like downloads viruses onto her own brain to like attack them and get rid of her own nightmares. And I like have so many silly little things. So like also she uses the Wayback Machine. She has the ability like any of the other after space ghosts where she's just like connected to the internet. She can be there. Yeah. She can travel around in it, like, you know, one of those old 90s movies where you're like seeing them travel through like this, what is it called? The internet super highway.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Riding her motorcycle around on the internet. But she uses the Wayback Machine to like travel through time as well. So she'll like use the Wayback Machine, go to like an old forum and like actually like communicate with people in the past.
Oh my god.
Oh, that rules.
That's
yeah.
So cool.
So she's like, yeah, she's very very tech forward character. And her color is FF00FF on the computer, her little username and everything. Her username is CRT_GF, CRT girlfriend. And then gosh, what else is there to say about her? There's so many things. I love her so much. I've brought her into the real world. I originally wanted all of the main characters of this universe to have like musical abilities and like to eventually just start a band. And that's just how the story ends. They're all just in a band now and they play us off. So she does like electronic music, and I do like a cosplay of her for my own musical act where I do electronic music. So I have the pink CRT head. I gutted an actual CRT monitor from like I just went to this like computer warehouse and I was like wearing this really cute outfit. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I like walked over to the person at the desk and I was like, "Do you have any CRTs here? Like old CRT monitors?" And the person was like, "Yeah, come check it out. I got a whole warehouse of them in the back." And I was like, "Oh, sick." And they were all wrapped up. And I was like, "How much do you want for one of these?" And they were just like, "You can just have one."
Whoa.
Please get rid of this for us.
And I was like, fuck yeah. So I like got to look through all of them and pick out my favorite one. And then I just walked out with it. It was so awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I took it home, unscrewed everything. And I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. But I carefully disassembled everything. And then I got to this part. I don't know how much y'all know about CRT monitors.
Almost nothing.
Okay. I got to this part where there's like this thing that you have to pull out. And in order to get it out, you have to unplug it. Like there's like this giant wire going to it and you have to like unplug it. And I was like, maybe I can just cut it like with like a saw or something, because it wasn't coming out. I was trying really hard to pull it out and it wasn't coming out. And then I was like, I should look this up. Maybe there's something online about getting this thing out. And everything I found online was like, do not take apart a CRT monitor unless you know exactly what you're doing. Unless you're a professional. This CRT cathode ray tube inside will explode if you pull out the plug. It will because it's pressurized. So if you like unplug it, it will just implode and explode everywhere. And like,
oh God.
It's incredibly dangerous.
That's so scary.
This is my PSA. Be very careful if you're going to do this. I would not recommend doing it. I ended up calling my like terrible, shitty stepdad that I hate very much, but I couldn't think of any other way to get this done. And he came over and just like, I don't even remember what he did. I like blacked out because he was like, "I'm just going to unplug it." I was like, fuck. It worked out because apparently if you unplug it right, it doesn't explode. There's just like a right way to do it, but I didn't pay attention because I was so scared. And then so I finally got everything out. I took the glass out too because I didn't want to have to worry about like lugging around a giant piece of fucking glass. And I painted it pink. I spray painted it all pink. And then put it back together, and then I just had this little CRT shell, and then I stuck some like one-way a sheet of like one-way sticker paper on like a piece of acrylic, and it's like that kind of like stuff you would put on like a window to keep the sun out, but you can see through the other side. So I have this like black screen on the front that I can see through, sort of like sunglasses, basically. And then my friend Lewis helped me put like LEDs in it that are like in this like 5x5 grid. So there's like these like pixel LED eyes that are like so fucking cool. I'm so grateful for Lewis. He's really helped out a lot with this shit. And I can animate
I posted
them.
it. I posted it in the guest chat, Emery, if you wanted to see.
Yeah, I have seen pictures in the HKIP server.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I have seen pictures of this. It is sick as hell.
It's so
Thank you
cool.
so much. It was a project for I've been working on it for a long time, and we're still working on it because the lights inside are programmed by an Arduino. And we can change them. And they have this Bluetooth connection option where you can connect it to, so I have it connected to like a MacBook that I'm like playing my music off of. And like I've written little MIDI notes over like key moments in the song, and the MIDI notes trigger different animations or expressions on like with the Bluetooth in the eyes.
Oh,
So it's sick. So like when I'm playing a song, like the eyes will change along with it. They'll blink. They'll like, I have one that's like a little moon where like it goes through like all the phases of the moon really quick when I like mention the moon in one of my songs.
Oh, that's
and
so cute.
Yeah, there's like we're like, the more we do it, the more we're like, oh my God, there's like so many cool things we could add. We just got to keep adding them. We have like hundreds of them in there now. So it's
Holy shit.
It's really cool. Yeah. So that's my little sprite project that I'm really excited about, that now all I have to do is get a motorcycle.
Yeah, and learn
Yeah.
to ride it without, well, that's just, I would be scared to drive it, I guess, personally.
Yeah, that part should be easy though, right?
Yeah.
I got my motorcycle endorsement. Like I took the class
Oh,
and
shit.
I like passed the
Oh, wow.
test and everything. So, and then after that I realized, I don't think I want to ride a motorcycle on the road. That's
It
just
seems
dangerous.
super fucking scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's a little scary.
Yeah, the class was fun, but no thanks.
You can
Yeah.
just get like a fake one to sit on stage or something.
Yeah. Oh, I did. I eventually settled and I got like an electric bike. It's like this really
cool.
sick black German bike with like a battery on it, and it just takes you there. You don't have to like pedal too hard. It's so nice.
yeah.
I love it so much. So
Hell
that's my motorcycle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
Maybe that's just how motorcycles look in the future. You don't know.
exactly. You don't know. You don't know. Yeah. Any questions?
Oh man. So did you say the name of the character that actually put Sprite?
Their name is Tap.
Tap, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the big nerd that did that or whatever.
Yeah. So they're one of the people that work for Afterspace, obviously. They're like one of the grunts that helps put the souls into the little nanobot ghosts. They sorry. It's so stupid laughing at my own jokes, but they live in this apartment, like one of the like cheaper apartments in this world, where it's like the landlord that runs it is literally Dracula.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Because I just really wanted to put Dracula in this.
Why the fuck not?
And why not?
I know. Yeah.
It's free real estate, honestly. Anything in the public domain.
Well, it's not free real estate because he charges blood.
That's true,
You're
yeah.
so right.
But like, yeah,
Time to
like
put everyone's making fucking Steamboat Willie. Just time to put Steamboat Willie as like a
I was totally
landlord
thinking
in your thing.
Steamboat Willie, his best friends with Dracula. Dracula will accept the normal form of money, but then he'll also say, if you don't have enough money, I also will take a donation of your blood. And the character Tap is like, oh fuck, I'll just pay all in blood. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna pay any money. I could just live here.
Do you
off
really
my blood.
need? Yeah, do you really need all your blood?
No,
Like, come on.
come on.
Yeah, it's fine.
And they give up so much blood that they have like this sprawling apartment that's basically like several units that have just been attached together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like basically a whole floor of the apartment. That's
Tap,
like
you're
this
gonna
big
die.
yeah. So their color on online is just gray because they're like they're just drained of their blood. They're very, very anemic. But yeah, they're living their best life. They throw parties every single night, just ragers at their place. So, and then like once a week they throw a birthday party for Dracula just to like this is like their excuse, like, oh yeah, it's your birthday. We're going to have a party. Yes, the party's still going. We're still celebrating you, Dracula. And like, there's like a part in my game where Hexy like has to download the piano app on their phone or on her phone. And she like brings it into a room where people are like trying to sing happy birthday to Dracula, but everyone's like too hungover to like get it right. And like Hexy has to like tap out like the tune of happy birthday, like to solve this little puzzle to like get everybody to sing it correctly. And then like the story progresses. And I thought it was fun to have Dracula and happy birthday in the same sort of scenario because they're both in public domain now.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good.
It's really cool. I mean, just the fact you're making a whole ass game, like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
It's really fun.
you kind of got like a whole multimedia world built around these characters. That's incredible.
Yeah, that was my goal, was to like have each of the characters have their own like perspective from a different medium. So I wanted like a book for someone, I wanted a podcast for someone else, I wanted this like hit clips thing for my character Awix, AWEX, Awix. And then so that's exactly what I was trying to go for, was like a different, especially because like a lot of people, you know, don't like playing games. A lot of people don't like listening to podcasts. A lot of people aren't on Instagram. So like, as long as you have something for everyone, like everyone will have the chance to like enjoy the environment and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I had a question about the characters, if that's all right.
Please.
Do Hexy and Sprite know each other?
Oh, fuck yeah. They're best friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that.
That's not hampered at all by one of them being a robot ghost and another one who eats robot ghosts.
That's like one of the fun like dynamics of their relationship, because Sprite doesn't know that about Hexy. And and Hexy like genuinely kind of like has a little crush on Sprite, like really loves Sprite. So like is very
so she wouldn't mind if she ate her soul then.
Well, I mean, like,
no, Hexy has a crush on Sprite. Sprite's the robot.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hexy doesn't want to, but is tempted at all times.
Oh.
And it makes it like an interesting sort of like point to their relationship, that it's like the cat and mouse kind of like relationship if they were in love. Sprite's kind of like what's the word? What's that fucking word? When you don't know about something.
Oblivious?
Yeah, oblivious. Thank you.
Me.
Sprite.
Me too. Me too, Sprite.
I'm a little oblivious about the word oblivious. But yeah, Sprite's oblivious to Hexy's like crush and intentions. She's kind of a ditzy sort of character. But we love her so much. And we love her so much. I'm a ditzy character too.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
It's good that you play as her when you're doing music then, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I relate a lot to Sprite, but we do have our differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love her. She's my daughter.
My robot daughter. That's kind of how I feel a lot of times about, you know, characters I make for this show and stuff, you know, just like, I've birthed all these children.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Into the world, for better and worse.
Yeah.
There's some real shitheads.
Like, I can't believe I have this character out there that I've birthed that's eating people.
I love all my ethically dubious sons here on this podcast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like there's more to say, and I'm just kind of blanking. But yeah.
Is there so when Sprite like gets their, like, they realize they're different and they leave and they get their motorcycle and stuff, are they still on the moon doing all this?
Yes. Sprite spends a lot of time on the internet on Earth, like having little internet friends back on Earth where they feel a little bit more comfortable with these kinds of people. But yes, Sprite visits the gutter, the local bowling alley quite frequently. But yes, originally Noah and I were going to make a podcast about this. That was going to be our first media, was going to be like a radio drama, basically, where each episode was going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that's what we were going to do a long time. That's actually how this whole universe started.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and we were like, we made like little theme songs for like each section of the universe, and like we had we wanted originally for the moon to be basically just like a tiny version of the Earth where it has all the same like places, but everything was like had the word tiny in front of it, so like tiny San Francisco, tiny Tokyo.
Oh, that's cute.
And we were trying to like make it so that you didn't realize it was the moon, and it slowly started to like occur to you that like if this must be the moon, especially when people like they'll be going from one town to the next and it takes them like 5 minutes and it's like normally much longer, so it's like, oh, this place must be smaller than real Earth. And then like obviously the gravity is a little different, there's like a fake atmosphere. All this cool stuff going on. So yeah, I do on the moon. There's like a fake atmosphere rather than like habitats or anything like that. So they can just kind of like walk around. The gravity's a little bit different, but it's pretty close to Earth. Just a little bit, more comfortable for the rich people. They don't have to like melt into the ground as much. Because like, I mean, you've seen Henry Kissinger. It's like they really love to just kind of melt into the ground at some point.
Yeah. It's just like, it's a little easier if you have a little bit of spring in your step with lower gravity.
Yeah. So yeah, Sprite is living on the moon, doing all this shit on the moon. At one point she gets a job like being a barista, like a robot barista at some fucking like corporation where they were like, oh, perfect, your name is Sprite, like the drink, you can serve drinks. And then all the other robots there are like just regular robots, and that's where she like starts to kind of like put pieces together where she's different.
Would Moon Starbucks just be called Moonbucks?
Moonbucks, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because yeah. Or then again, it's not called Earthbucks,
Yeah.
Earthbucks. It should be called Earthbucks.
It should be. But now I'm picturing the Starbucks lady, with the two tails with like a Sprite head instead of her regular.
Oh my god. That's amazing. I want to draw that now.
Oh my god. I'd be so pleased. Yeah. God. You have a bunch of like art of these characters, and
yeah,
I know do you think like, sorry, I'm like stuttering, but is there like, does Hexy have, I'm just reminded of like the cat like the little cat you keep like making, the little black cat that's like that kind of looks like a stuffed animal version of one of your cat, like the black cat. Looks like La a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Is that like related to this at all?
That was based on a dream that I had.
Oh, okay.
I like to imagine that I was dreaming about this whole universe because I do think about it a lot. It was like in the dream, it was like there was this weird little ghosty form that was like haunting my house, which obviously looked completely different from my real house because it's a dream. And I like was scared about it. Like it was freaking me out. And then I went up and I like touched it just to like, because it was like glittering, and I was like, oh my god, I can see it now. And I like touched it because I just couldn't help myself. And then it like, when I touched it, it like glittered down and then like materialized into this tiny little like felt cat. And it just kind of started bouncing around and following me around. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. And I like, at that point, I didn't want the dream to end because I felt like I had this little like cat familiar along with me. And it was like, it turned into like a really good dream. And I woke up and I just immediately made art about it because I was like, fuck yeah, I want this in my life.
Hell yeah.
I think I just associate cats and witches. So I was like, are they related? I don't know.
It might as well be because it's like, it's a ghost. So, you know, and the art I did, the little ghost that I made for it looks a lot like the ghosts that I draw for my like game and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of Sprite and Hexy hanging out. Hexy's like got this panel open on Sprite's wrist and is just like messing with her like screen basically. She's got like a little beer in her hand, and Sprite is like drunk out of her fucking mind. They're both like just blasted at this point.
Yeah, there's bubbles above Hexy's head.
Yeah. And you can see in the background like the little ghosts that are like floating around in clouds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This rules.
And then I have them highlighted with their colors. So Hexy has the red, and then Sprite has the FF00FF. Yeah. Those are my two biggest babies.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Love to see them. Yeah, and you can see more of them on your social media stuff.
Yeah.
Co-host, right?
Yeah, I mostly just use co-host these days. Pretty much exclusively. I'm on Instagram sometimes, but it's mostly when I'm just really depressed and I have nothing else to do.
Yeah. Are you just Summer on co-host? I mean, we'll link it anyway, but...
Yeah. Yeah, my main one is Summer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, any other plugs?
Oh, yeah.
We usually do those at the end.
Perfect. All right. Perfect little segue. Yeah, on co-host, I'm just at Summer. And then my art one is at Magenta. So if you want to see like all my artwork of my characters and my little universe, that's where you can see them. And
hell yeah.
What else? Oh yeah, my music co-host is just at FF00FF. So my musical artist name is FF00FF. The good magenta, 100% red, 100% blue. That's my favorite color because it's like, I don't know. It's like the the feminine color and the masculine color, I guess. So it's like just sort of like a fusion of genders.
Yeah, I associate that color a lot with you. So.
Thank you. That makes me happy. That is the color I dye my hair. So
yeah.
And my partner Vincent is constantly telling me like, "You've designed Hexy after yourself, haven't you?" And I'm like, "No, we're completely different people." But
it almost sounds more like Sprite's designed after you, since that's the pink one, you know.
Yeah,
since that's the magenta one, you know.
Yeah, this is like so satisfying to be able to get this all out because like when I'm like dressed like Sprite and doing my music and stuff, people are like, sometimes people will ask, like, is this a character? And I'm like, yeah, like, oh my God, where do I even begin?
Like, oh my God, there's so much lore.
I know, I get so overwhelmed because I want to tell them everything, but then it's like, it's actually a possessed robot, and their name is Sprite, and they live in this universe. Okay, you don't care.
No, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what this podcast is for. And like, if you're ever like, oh man, I made a new fucking guy for this universe, I want to spend like a while talking about it, you can always sign up again, you know?
Hell yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah, totally. I do have other characters. They're just like not necessarily as fleshed out, but I'm sure I'll get around to doing that. I could come on here and talk about Dracula.
That'd be kind of funny.
So my character, Dracula.
Well, see, you say that, but we have done that before, where we had someone come on, like, one of the hosts talked about her original character, Eggman, who's not Eggman, but is, you know?
That's so funny.
Because our definition of original character is kind of loose, so...
that was from an interstitial campaign that I GM'd, so, kind of like fan work. Versions of existing characters also count as far as we're concerned.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
My fan character, Dracula.
Yeah. I'm not really on any other social media, but check out my art and my music. That's what I spend most of my life doing if I'm not playing Minecraft. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can find myself also on co-host. I don't use it enough, but I am there, at Gengar. And you can also find me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Haunting the Morgue. You can find me on my other podcast, The Sonic Hustle, a complete and what did we change it to? A complete
and total.
Thank you. I'm glad you know my podcast better than me. A complete and total Sonic lore podcast. That's kind of it, really, for me.
Yeah. I'm Emery. I'm on a podcast called We Rate Queerbait, where we explore the blurry line between homie and homo. We talk about all the media that's gay but doesn't want to admit it. I'm also on For Affinity with the username Space Robot. You can go there, check out my gallery, get in touch with me about a commission on over Discord or spacerobotart@gmail.com. I'm also on an upcoming audio drama pilot, news of which should be forthcoming.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I forgot.
We're both on it.
I forgot. Yeah, it's been in development for a really long time, so I'm really excited because it's coming out soon.
Hell yeah! I've been saying. I feel like I've been giving this plug. Forever. I've been plugging it forever, and you know it's finally getting there. We're finally actually close.
Yay! Okay, good. I want to hear it. So
yeah. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Oh right, I'm also on Dan's Let's Play of Small Saga.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. This podcast has a co-host and a Tumblr. Both of those are Check Out This Guy. We also have a Discord server where you can go and hang out and talk about your guys, post art, do whatever. We have for one more week, exactly. Or probably 0 weeks by the time you're hearing this, we're doing Big Ugu Mondays, where we watch Digimon Savers as a group. After that, I think we're gonna do the Adventure 02 movie, Hurricane Touchdown. Then after that, I think we're just going straight to season 3 of Sonic X. That's gonna be wild. That's gonna be that's gonna be wild. They go to space. Tails dates a tree. It's a pretty good season.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. This podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and see all sorts of neat shows there and listen to them with your ears.
Including, I mean, I know it's like on semi-permanent hiatus, but I do like Podcabbages a lot, which is...
Yeah, Noah's been re-listening to Podcabbages, and they were like, you know what? It's actually kind of good.
yeah. That's
and I was like, really? It feels like it was so long ago. Surely it's not funny anymore. But apparently, and some of my like IRL friends found it and started listening to it, and also said that they really liked it. Yeah, I know. I was like, no,
don't listen to it.
But yeah, people seem to like it. So if you do like, if you are interested in listening to an Avatar podcast that Noah and I do or did, yeah, you can check that out on Noisespace as well.
Yeah.
All right, I think that about does it for us. So until next time, disassemble a CRT. Just do it.
Just do it.
You can just do it. There won't be any problems. Disregard everything said previously about it in this podcast. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's totally safe.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Good episode.